Hello, Rod Knowles here. It's been a very long time since I've done any sort of videos on my channel. COVID, it was a really tough and weird year that had to do with a lot of adjustments, and so it didn't really give me a lot of time to make some videos. But here I am, hopefully going to be posting a lot more on my channel. Sorry, you're not going to see TikToks on here. If you're wanting to see my TikToks, you're going to actually have to follow my account on TikTok at DJ Wait and See. So this is going to be specifically just for this particular series of videos that I'm going to do is just going to be particularly for help with band audition music. I'm going to start off by doing junior high low brass for ATSSB Region 13. And it's going to be basically a series on both of the pieces. And then I might do one on scales as well, just to kind of help you with how to be better with scales, how to be more successful at them, and to not be particularly scared of them, because scales are the easiest part of your audition, but it's the one that everybody falters on the most, because mostly there's two reasons. They either wait too long to try and learn them, or they wait too long to try and learn them. So anyways, the piece that we're going to start taking a look at today is I am going to go over the middle school trombone baritone part of the Allegro piece, number 21, from the Studies in Melodious Etudes. Now, even though this is just for low brass, that I'm doing a demonstration with low brass, if you're a trumpet or a French horn, this is actually your exact same music. It's just not going to be in the same timbre, obviously, because a trombone doesn't sound like, or a baritone doesn't sound like a trumpet or a French horn, but it's going to be your exact same music. Basically, what's going to happen here in this set of videos is I'm going to play the piece. I'm going to play the piece at tempo, then going to play the piece with the metronome, and then I'm going to give you some tips on how to practice this and how to be successful on this when you get ready for your auditions come late November, early December. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this. Once again, this is the piece that we're working on, that we're doing today. It is the Allegro piece. It is to be performed at 120. It does start off on an over the staff D. So you've got to be sure that you are doing some really good lip slur activities to kind of warm yourself up to it. Don't attempt to play the piece started off with it if you haven't warmed up. You gotta warm up your instrument. You gotta warm up your lips, okay? And considering that it's been summer, I know you guys ain't been practicing. Let me be real. I didn't practice either until literally just starting yesterday. So I feel you. It's summer. You got to get ready for summer, but also it's time to get back in shape for school, because it's going to start sooner than you think. That August, September timeline's getting closer than what you think. But anyways, enough of me talking. We're going to go ahead and start playing it. So here we go. I'm going to set my camera down just for a second. I'm going to warm up a little, just a couple of warm-up notes. That's another thing about whenever you do these auditions, you got to remember it's on your time. It's not on anybody else's. So, get yourself situated with the room, feel it out, play a couple. Well, actually, you can't play a couple of notes. You have to play like one little short breath warm-up. But we'll talk about that as we get closer to audition time. So, I'm actually a little bit warmed up, but I'm probably just going to get warmed up again because I did stop playing, obviously, to get ready to record this video. Fans on a little bit too high. So there's the piece played at what I hope is at speed. Okay, now one way, as you know, of getting yourself up to speed is the best way to practice is always with a metronome of some sort. Now there are many metronomes out there. This one particular one that I have is one that you're probably all familiar with. It's called Tonal Energy. You've probably seen your band directors use it in class, whatnot. This one is, I believe, for like 99 on your App Store, Google Play, whatever it is that you use to purchase your apps on your phone. Once you purchase it, it's a one-time purchase, done and deal. I bought this back in 2013, and boom, it goes with me everywhere. Now there are some free apps out there that you can use. I have one on here. See if I can make this big. And I know there's many others. Come on, Rod. Get it on your camera. Can you see it? Probably not. Oh, yeah, you can actually. I opened an app. My bad. There's one in the top corner. It's called Tap That. Tap That is free. That's a free one that you can use. And there's others. Let me see if I've got a couple on it. Yeah, here's another one. Here at the bottom, this little one with the blue, that one's called Metro Timer. It's also a free one that you can use. Metro Timer, you know, comes in this format, and you can just set your the tempo that you need. The only thing about this one is this one, you know, you can't really set it to where you want it to where it has eighth notes. It's better for you to have like an eighth note pulse. That way you can feel where each one of those beats are going to be in relation, especially when it comes to rushing quarter notes and holding out quarter notes long enough, and then when you come to an eighth note on those spots. But a metronome is a metronome. Whatever you have that can just help you practice with it. Okay, I'm going to flip this over for just a second. That way you can see the actual music as we're going, so you can actually see the actual music. Okay, so here's the music for it. As you see, like I said, it started with a D over the staff. We do have some accidentals in here, so C sharps. C sharp, that top C sharp, which is going to be second position, your second finger for my euphonium players. And then you've got some B naturals, fourth position, or 1 and 2. And then there's another accidental in here towards the end. There it is. There's that G flat there. That's going to be fifth position, 2 and 3 for my euphonium players in that area. So those are your accidentals that you're going to hit in this piece. Okay, there's a lot of breath marks here. Use them to your advantage. Okay, take your breath there. You've got some, as you see, some accents, and you heard me stress those throughout the piece. There are no dynamics in this piece. Okay, this is where you're going to show your musicality. You know, if you heard when I played it, and you're going to hear it again this time with the metronome, you saw there were some spots where, you know, I played softer, and there was not softer, we don't use that word, where we play quieter, and there are some parts where I play louder. Okay, the dynamics are totally up to you, and this is kind of where it's going to show the judge your musicality, to show them, okay, your knowledge of what you can and do with the music when they don't give you any sort of, you know, rubric to follow. You know, that's where you can kind of make the music a little bit your own, is with the dynamics, and show your level of what we call musicality. So we're going to go through this again. This time I'm going to have the video on the music. Oop, maybe I should take that off. Yeah, there we go. This time I'm going to have it on the music. It's also going to be better for me because then also my fan is not going to, that's not going to work, is it? I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties. I apologize. Apparently I'm not going to be able to do that because my camera. Well, I can't hold and do this at the same time. So, man, if only there were a way. Oh well. I guess I'm just going to flip it back over. Okay, so I'm going to turn my metronome onto 120 to kind of show you, like I said, it's better to always practice with the metronome. That way you kind of get the pulse, and it keeps you It keeps you in line with it. Okay, so I'm gonna play with the metronome this time around. And here's the great thing about a metronome too. This is your tempo right now at 120. You always, and I tell this to my students, so my students who are watching this, you know exactly what I'm gonna say. Slow and steady wins the race, tortoise beat the hare. You never ever, when you're looking at a new piece of music, practice it at the top speed. Slow it down. Start slow. I'm actually going to put it on 92. This gives you a chance. So this is our slow track with it. This gives you a little bit of chance to work your fingers in with it. Now, as I'm going back through, there was an accident that I failed to mention in here. It was the D flat second position, second finger on there. Okay, playing it slow gives you a chance to kind of get a feel for you're playing trombone, where your wrists and your arms have got to be for your positions. It gives you a chance to feel where that's going to be. And the more that you do it slow, when you have to start bumping it up to a faster speed, it becomes easier for your fingers. It's that muscle memory. And that wrist, it's that muscle memory for hearing trombones, muscle memories in here for your fingers. Gives you an opportunity for those muscles to know where they've got to go for each time, so you're not actually having to think about it as you're playing with it. The more you practice with it, the more your muscles know exactly where they've got to go. All right, so now we're going to play it up to full speed with the metronome on too. Alright, so that's the first shot that we have at the ATSSB Junior High Trombone Baritone Odd Year, the Allegro piece, number 21, page 23. I hope this was a little bit of informative for the first time that you're looking at it, and look forward to hearing some comments if there are any on here, and we'll be back soon with the next piece in this series. Thank you very much. Have a great day.